Geächte floh der Atem mit mir, lange Jahre ist ein Junger mit Volk ein wildem Wald. Manche Jahr hat auf sie gemacht, doch nur die Träne das Holz an sich. Ein Wölfchen hindert dir das, denn aus Wölfchen manche wollend.
You know, it's you have an incredible set of pipes, beautiful singing. I was really impressed. You know, it's really tiny edges that I would say in my assessment. I think, you know, like that sometimes for coloring and dramatic purposes, because you in general have very good discipline in how you keep your mouth shape. So kudos to you. But just because you're singing soft, you just don't, like, maybe was your intention to spread, but then there's a tiny bit of the association of the consistency of your sound. And it's just very tiny thing. But remember that in theater, you want to keep people engaged with the story instead of thinking like what happened, right? Yeah. So if I'm singing piano, you know, like I still try to keep the same mouth shape. Yeah. You know, I know that it's going to be less easy to hear yourself, but you have to, this is where you kind of like flying blind a little bit, but you have to trust the technique. Yeah. that is there, you know. I think, Jen, if you help me also to address, you know, like there, I think that he has that round and that larynx still very well in a very high degree maneuver, very beautifully. I just want to have 100% of commitment on that. Yeah. In your lips and in your larynx, just you're like 95% there, you know, like in this one. So if you just really commit to that type of singing all the time, so then your body is the one doing the dynamic changes. Yeah. And when you are really engaged, you are world class, man. Like it's, you belong, you're right there. So, you know, and you're a tenor. So I think that is, you're in really good shape. So congratulations. Again, it's tiny adjustments.
So I wanted to have Justin on with you, Fatu on with you, because as a tenor with a big voice, I know you hear there's just one note that comes out and you go, what happened? Right?
I hear it too.
Yeah. So it's a matter of obviously consistency and trusting that, and this is hard for everyone, trusting that even when you don't hear the sound, that it's still a consistent sound quality coming out to the public. And that's very hard for everyone to sing piano and to trust this still open space, because in your ear, it sounds airy. It doesn't sound like what you want it to sound like. But outside, we hear that. Can you just, honey, go to the end for me, where we change the color?
Yeah.
So, don't worry about your iPhone 10 over there.
No, for my compliment. It was so lovely.
So, manche Jahre wird auf sie geschmackt, du mutig welches Wort. And I know on the accompaniment they went through the Volksfar. I want you to hold that F a little bit longer so that we really get the bloom in that. Okay. And then when we do the Einwürfing, look at the dynamic change. We've got fortissimo on the first bar and then piano on the second bar. So try Einwürfing. Keep that position and just bring the shape of the vowel a little more towards the little Y. Okay. Yeah, can you try for me? Manche Jahr wird auf sie gemacht. Ma.
Manche Jahr hat auf sie gemacht, doch nur die Träne das Wort an sich.
Now ein Verb.
Ein Verb.
each of these little consonants, especially in German, they have to come onto that isolated diaphragm, yeah? So ein Wölfchen kündet mir das. Yeah? So we can implode those consonants with air without changing the sound of the piano. Yeah? So ein Wölfchen kündet mir das. Use the body to do that. Ein Wölfchen.
Ein Wölfchen kündet dir das.
Den eine Den als Wö. Nice glottal. Den als Wö. Den als Wö.
Den als Wölfchen manche Wolken.
And you can keep that Kent soft too. Use the Wohl. It's perfect. That perfect place. Manche Wolken. And just go full. Yeah, exactly. Just open from that O position. Then as Wölfchen.
Den als Wölfchen manche Wolken.
That one. That one. Then everything stays in line and we don't lose a little bit of resonance on one note in the phrase or two notes in the phrase, because what happens is the voice is so beautiful and it is so resonant and gorgeous. When we lose one, when one comes out of line, we hear it.
Yeah.
And it sticks out and we go, what happened there? Right? So then what happens, right? If we go up from there, if you do den als Wölfchen kündet Wolken, you can take that position and go up from there. Try den als Wölfchen.
Den als Wölfchen manche Wolken.
Now from there. We got to keep that nice and vertical space, and that it is kind of like our microphone. It is kind of like when we round the lips forward, we get that little E place. We get that naturally tilted larynx, but it brings the resonance into this frontal position. Do you want to add anything else here?
You know, I saw I have to say that one of the things that we mentioned in of the questions for late bloomers, it just happened.
Yeah.
One of the fastest things to get into the career if you're a late bloomer is find a network opportunity when one person in that is in the business that can help you to get into the workforce, connect the dots, you know. So and this is it, like I didn't know you, but like you're a major voice, you know.
A major voice, right?
You know, so that's then I know, you know, that's happened, you know. So I think that's my best realistic business thing, is find a way, even if it's in a pay to sing, in a master class, in a dinner, or anything that you can, to get in front of the person that is making the decision. Because normally the pipeline for the ones that are not, you know, in time bloomers, is you are in school and then you go into competitions, auditions, young artist program, and then you get into the pipeline. But if you have to go around that, you have to arrive to the decision makers in this way, you know, but when they are actually in a situation just like this. So, you know, for Fatu, you are an incredible talent. Just keep at it. You know, you are so close, because and I think, you know, you're completely employable today, you know, and the more you start doing it, you know, the more consistent you're gonna have, because really the difference sometimes into like unemployment and richness is that one note that you didn't come out of it. So, you know, keep at it. Congratulations for your great work. Really important voice.